And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Loopin Through Life, hitting yet another coaster dive today. Headed to Universal's Islands of Adventure for, in my opinion, probably the best themed coaster I ever experienced, and that is Hagrid's Magical Creature Motorbike Adventure.
Oh boy, a ride named like a fan fiction title generator. Magical creatures and motorbike in the same sentence? What's next? Hermione's time-traveling taco truck?
I mean, come on, Ferris. Hagrid's is one of the most beloved coasters in all of Orlando. It has drop towers, 7 launches. It's really impressive and really ahead of its time when it debuted.
7 launches? Why not just strap guests to a rocket and shoot them to Hogwarts? And don't talk to me about animatronics until they bring back the flying unicorn that farts glitter.
Welcome back to Coaster Dive, where we strap in, geek out, and explore every twist, turn, and drop of the world's most iconic roller coasters. Today, we're headed to the wizarding world of Harry Potter in Universal's Islands of Adventure to dive into a ride that's part thrill, part story, and all chaos. Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. This coaster isn't just a ride, it's an engineering marvel, a thematic juggernaut, and a logistical beast that took years of planning, testing, and refinement. So let's hop on our flying motorbike, or the sidecar if you're feeling delicate, and dive into the history and mechanics of one of Universal's most ambitious attractions. Let's start at the beginning. Back in 2017, Universal made the bold decision to close one of their first Wizarding World coasters, Dragon Challenge, formerly known as Dueling Dragons. That dueling inverted coaster had thrilled guests for nearly 2 decades. But by 2017, it was showing its age. And more importantly, it wasn't fitting in with Universal's newer, more immersive storytelling goals. So, they shut it down and cleared the land for something entirely different. The replacement would be Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure, a hybrid of storytelling, coaster thrills, and practical effects. The concept was simple. Take guests on a Care of Magical Creatures class led by everyone's favorite half-giant, Rubeus Hagrid. But executing that concept would be anything but simple. Construction officially began in 2017, and the project was developed in partnership with Intamin, a company known for its high-speed, high-tech roller coasters. Hagrid's would use a custom-launched coaster system, something Intamin specializes in. But this wasn't just about launches. It was about timing, scenery, and immersion. The track layout stretches just over 5,000 feet, making it the longest roller coaster in Florida. But it's not just the length that's impressive. It's what's packed into that length. The ride features 7 separate launches, more than any other coaster in the world at the time of its debut. These launches are powered by linear synchronous motors, or LSMs, which provide quick, powerful boosts without the use of traditional chain lifts. But Hagrid's isn't just fast, it's innovative. One of the signature moments comes when the train hits a vertical spike and then suddenly drops backward, sending riders into a dark forest. That vertical spike stands at about 65 feet tall. From there, the train reverses direction into a set of switch tracks that send it spiraling backward through a show scene. Another standout feature is the free-fall drop track, the first of its kind on a U.S. coaster. In one seamless motion, the entire section of track drops nearly 17 feet vertically, plunging riders into darkness before continuing on the journey. It's a shocking moment, especially for first-time riders who don't see it coming. The cue and theming are where the ride really flexes its immersive muscles. Guests wind through the ruins of Hogwarts, Hagrid's hut, and various magical forests. The story is that Hagrid is taking guests on a tour of his magical creature collection, and he's enlisted Arthur Weasley to help enchant some motorbikes for the trip. Of course, things go terribly wrong almost immediately, because this is a theme park, and nothing ever goes right. And riders end up crashing through forests, encountering creatures, and getting caught in all sorts of magical mishaps. Among the creatures featured in the ride are Fluffy the three-headed dog, Cornish pixies, a blast-ended scroot, and even a centaur lurking in the woods. And these aren't projections. These are practical animatronics, designed by Universal Creative in partnership with Creature Technology Company, the same folks who worked on King Kong, Skull Island, and Jurassic World Live. The scroot in particular is a highlight. It's a massive, smoking, growling beast that had never been depicted in the films, only described in the books. Riders have two seating options, the motorbike or the sidecar. The motorbike seat is a bit higher and gives you a more elevated open-air experience, while the sidecar is lower and more enclosed. The difference is subtle but noticeable, especially when it comes to airtime and visibility. It's one of the few coasters where people argue over which seat is better, and both sides have a valid point. The ride officially opened to the public on June 13, 2019, and let's just say it didn't exactly go smoothly. Thousands of guests lined up before park opening, and within hours, the line had reached 10-hour wait times. Technical difficulties plagued the attraction for months, and even years later, it's still known for having one of the most temperamental operational records in Orlando. So why is it so unreliable? Well, you're dealing with a highly complex system. It's not just a coaster, it's a ride with timed launches, animatronics, switch tracks, a drop track, screen effects, fog, synchronized audio, and multiple braking zones. Any one of those components failing can cause a shutdown. Add in the heat and humidity of Florida, and it's a miracle this ride runs at all. Still, when it does run, it's magic. The pacing of the ride is masterful. It starts off playful and scenic, then quickly shifts into high gear with rapid launches, backward sections, and disorienting turns. The show scenes are perfectly spaced between the thrill moments, allowing the story to breathe while keeping your adrenaline spiked. Visually, the ride is a stunner. It's set within a forest that was custom-grown over years to create a fully enclosed ride experience. There are over 1,200 real trees planted around and inside the track layout. That means you're not zipping past fake facades or fiberglass rocks. You're literally flying through a forest. From a ride design perspective, Hagrid's is a masterclass in blending coaster engineering with narrative storytelling. It's not the fastest ride in the world. It tops out at around 50 miles per hour, but speed isn't the point. The point is immersion. Every twist of the track serves the story. Every launch has a purpose. Every effect is designed to make you forget you're on a roller coaster and believe you're in Hagrid's care. And for many guests, it works. It's consistently ranked among the top attractions in Orlando, not just by thrill seekers, but by families, Potter fans, and casual park-goers. It's accessible enough for first-time riders, exciting enough for adrenaline junkies, and immersive enough for fans of the wizarding world. Over time, Universal has tweaked the ride's operations to increase reliability. Some effects have been scaled back slightly, and a virtual queue system has been implemented during busy periods to manage crowds. Still, it remains one of the park's most in-demand attractions, often hitting capacity early in the day. So where does Hagrid's fit in the Grand Coaster Pantheon? It's not the tallest, fastest, or most intense, but it doesn't have to be. It's a shining example of how modern theme park design is evolving. Coasters aren't just about stats anymore. They're about experiences. And in that category, Hagrid's delivers in spades. It's a ride that feels like a journey. It's funny, thrilling, surprising, and above all, magical. Even if you're not a Harry Potter fan, the ride speaks for itself. It's the kind of attraction that reminds you why we love theme parks in the first place. And it's a perfect representation of where the industry is heading. Toward rides that don't just make you scream, they make you feel something. Whether you're gripping the handlebars of the motorbike or clenching the edge of the sidecar, one thing's for sure: Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure is a ride worth the wait, the hype, and the wand-waving madness it brings to life. Thanks for joining us on the Coaster Dive today. Now it's back to the studio with Ryan and Ferris.
And that's going to be a wrap today, guys, with a deep dive into Hagrid's Magical Creature Motorbike Adventure. Part coaster, part chaos, part dark ride. Such a great time, and somehow still more reliable than my last 3 relationships.
Yeah, at least Hagrid only throws you into a devil's snare, not a 5-hour emotional spiral and a shared Hulu account you'll never get back.
Either way, guys, like I said, Hagrid's holds a special place in my heart as it does many other people out there. Be sure to comment below what your favorite magical creature is.
Mine's your ex. Nothing magical about her, but I do think she was bred in a dark cave and set things on fire. See you next ride, nerds.
Well,